Have you guys seen this? Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today I'm talking about that new Aquaman photo. So I just woke up this morning and I was scrolling through my news feed and suddenly Zack Snyder tweets the coolest photo that has ever been taken of Aquaman. Now, I'm a big fan of DC Comics. They're my favorite. I'm loving what Marvel's doing with their universe, but I've always loved DC just a hair more. Although I had some problems with Man of Steel, I am still excited about this DC universe, so I am so excited to see it just keep kicking off, you know? And so we've already got the picture of Superman, which obviously he still looks like the same guy from Man of Steel. It's awesome, but you know, hey, Ben Affleck has been the big controversial one, as everyone's still a little worried about him after Daredevil. I think he's gonna do great. I think Daredevil was a long time ago, and since then he's been kicking all kinds of ass in Hollywood with Argo and The Town, and of course Gone Girl. The guy can make a movie and he can act, and he's definitely like cleaned himself up since then, and I'm so excited. And then we have Gal Gadot, who I don't have any real opinion on. She's pretty, obviously, she's beautiful, and she's got this cool accent, and apparently she's got a black belt in Krav Maga or something like that because she served in the military. She apparently does a lot of her own stunts on Fast and the Furious, so it's really, you know, she can kick some real ass, which is fun, man. It's awesome. And the one other casting that I was so like just completely and totally on board from day one was Jason Momoa as Aquaman. The guy is a tank, and he's a beast. And if you watch Game of Thrones, and if you ever watch Stargate Atlantis, or if you ever watched that reboot of Conan, the guy can kick some serious ass, and he's super fun. And it's cool that we have like a Hawaiian Aquaman. That's just super cool. Like, that's awesome. And you know, everyone complains about different races playing white characters, but for whatever reason, a Hawaiian Aquaman just makes way more sense than it ever did. The Justice League is kicking off, and I'm so excited, and of course, the internet is just immediately coming on with all this hate, and all this just awful comments about how he looks too much like his character from Game of Thrones, and everyone's talking about just how, like, boring he is, or everyone's talking about how ridiculously overcooled he is. Like, he's so like, look kids, Aquaman's cool. But Aquaman is cool, okay? I didn't want some blonde-haired, orange-shirted, like, buffoon wandering around, like, and being the Super Friends version of Aquaman, okay? That's not what we need, and that's not gonna help all the jokes being told about Aquaman. What we need is an awesome, badass Aquaman that can, like, punch a shark, you know? We need somebody who can just... someone you can believe can stand on the top of a mountain somewhere and stab his trident into the ground, and a tidal wave will come over and just flood the entire country. We need an Aquaman like this. This is exactly what we need, and I am so freaking excited about this. This is so cool. Aquaman is a really misunderstood character, and I think he really deserves some credit. He can swim at like Mach speeds, and because he lives in such deep like areas of the water, his skin is now bulletproof because he's used to so much pressure. That trident he carries is magic and could just stab Superman with no issue whatsoever. The telepathy for fish thing, it's not like he talks to fish, because fish aren't smart enough to talk. It's more like fish here, and like they just move. Like, it's not talking to them, because that's stupid. And in the New 52, they did really well with bringing him back down to his roots and trying to simplify the character down to the most awesome and basic understanding of how to make Aquaman cool again. Him commanding tidal waves and him just having sharks come out of the water and just bite down huge armies, like, is so cool. Aquaman is a guy that can control everything in the water. You know who lives in the water? Godzilla. You know who else lives in the water? Cthulhu. Point made. I'm not denying that Aquaman has had some cheese in the past, but which superhero hasn't, alright? I think it's about time that Aquaman gets his due and gets to be able to kick some ass for once, and I, for one, cannot wait to see it. Summer 2016 cannot get here soon enough, and the fact that they have him suited up and taking pictures means that this isn't just for Justice League, because Justice League has not started filming yet. What this says is that they're using him now, and they're just wrapping up Batman vs. Superman, so he must have a scene in that. He must have some kind of tease or a cameo or a thing after the credits to tease Aquaman. But I am also still a little bit worried about this movie getting really cramped. But my boyish excitement about having everybody I've always wanted on screen together at the same time, I don't really care too much. And you know what? I miss the orange shirt, and I miss the green tights, but for as much as we know, he could still have the green tights. He could still just have green pants. He does have the blonde streaks, but yet again, I don't think that's what matters. I'm so excited. One step closer to Justice League. One step closer to uniting the Seven. And who knows, somewhere down the road, he might end up getting this big orange armor plate. Later on, he might have to go up against the Submariner, or he might have to go up against Ocean Master, and maybe he gets this orange plate armor thing later on. We don't know. This Aquaman seems to be based a lot on the 90s Aquaman with the long hair and a lot of emphasis on the trident and this huge beard. He also was blonde and had a claw hand, but what I'm saying is that a lot of that emphasis is coming from that 90s, like, everybody's a badass kind of mentality. And while I kind of roll my eyes about that sometimes, Aquaman is one that I'm okay with making cool and dark and moody. Aquaman needs something. At least it's something. 2 thumbs up on this costume reveal. Next up is Cyborg, Flash, Green Lantern. Can't wait. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Mr. Wright. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Woo!